Have you noticed how everyone's talking about building an online business with AI? But when you look on YouTube or TikTok, it's always the same story. Big promises about passive income, but no real process, no real numbers, and no system you can actually copy. Well, today we're doing things differently. I'm going to show you, step by step, how you can build, structure, and scale a one-person business using AI without a team, without investors, and without starting an agency. And this isn't just theory. This is based on workflows that are actually working right now. We are going to cover 5 key steps. First, finding a business idea that solves a real problem. Second, building your own custom AI workflow. Third, generating free traffic to get your first sales. Fourth, creating a professional brand with AI. And fifth, scaling and optimizing your business using data. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear framework you can apply immediately, whether you want to sell physical products, digital products, or even services. Let's get started. First up, finding a business idea that solves a real problem. Every successful business starts by answering one simple question. What problem am I solving, and for whom? Right now, with AI everywhere, I see the common mistakes. Mistake number 1, people try to sell something they don't personally care about or understand. And mistake number 2, they just copy someone else's idea, hoping to do it cheaper. Both of these approaches almost always fail. Why? Because customers don't just buy a product, they buy trust. They look at reviews, ratings, and social proof. If 2 shops are selling the exact same t-shirt, and one has 300 positive reviews while the other is brand new with 0, where do you think people are going to buy? Exactly. This means if you're just starting out, your advantage isn't being cheaper. Your advantage is being unique. Let me give you a simple example, an AI-assisted print-on-demand shop on Etsy. Here's how it works. You use AI tools to generate designs, put those designs on products like t-shirts, mugs, or tote bags, and sell them on Etsy. The printing and shipping are handled automatically by a service like Printify. So, no inventory, no packaging, and no trips to the post office. But here's where the real opportunity is, the niche. If you just upload a generic funny dog dad shirt, you're competing with thousands of other sellers. But if you get super specific, say, funny shirts just for husky owners, or just for French bulldog owners, suddenly you're speaking to a small, passionate audience that feels like you're talking directly to them. That's what we call a micro niche. And micro niches are where one-person businesses win. So, how do you find these gaps in the market? Most people just ask chat, give me 10 business ideas. The problem is, those ideas are usually generic and overused. A much better approach is to flip the script. Tell chat something like this: ask me 10 questions that help me identify problems from my own life that don't have a good solution right now. This forces you to think about real frustrations, products you wish existed but can't find, information you need, but it's too complicated to get. That's where the real opportunity is. You can also use free tools like Google Trends or Answer that you like to spot growing demand in areas where there isn't much competition yet. You're not looking for the next Amazon. You're looking for something very focused, like a gift shop exclusively for husky owners. It might sound small, but small and specific is exactly where people are willing to spend money, because they finally feel understood. Okay, so you have your idea. Now for step 2, building a custom AI workflow. The idea is important, but what really determines if you make money is your speed of execution. This is where AI becomes your superpower. A workflow is just a repeatable set of steps and tools that takes you from an idea to a finished product you can sell. Let's stick with our print-on-demand example. Your workflow could look like this. Step 1, use chat to generate slogan ideas for the shirt, like "My husky is my cardio." Step 2. Use an AI image generator like Midjourney to create the illustration. Step 3. Use Canva to combine the text and image into a print-ready design. And Step 4. Use Printify to put that design on products and handle all the logistics when an order comes in. Here's the crucial mindset shift. You're not just using random AI tools for fun. You are building a system that produces sellable products over and over again. This same logic works for digital products too. Imagine you want to create a children's book that explains AI. Your workflow could be: use Checked for the story and dialogue, use Perplexity AI to fact-check, use Canva to design the layout, and then publish it on Amazon KDP. Notice what's happening. You're essentially replacing an entire team of writer, an illustrator, a designer with a set of coordinated AI steps. This is why saving your prompts is so important. When you create a great prompt, save it. Those prompts become your secret weapon, your internal assets that give you an edge over everyone starting from scratch every time. Now, for Step 3, generating free traffic without spending a dime on ads. A lot of beginners think, I'll just run ads. But ads are risky, especially when you're just starting. A smarter move is to use platforms that already have massive traffic and let their algorithms do the work for you. Think Etsy for physical products, Amazon KDP for books, YouTube and TikTok for videos, and Pinterest for visual niches like home decor. All of these platforms are driven by algorithms. This means you don't need a huge following to get seen. You just need content that the algorithm thinks is relevant. Your job is to make that decision easy for the algorithm. A simple 4-step system looks like this. First, research popular keywords in your niche. Second, feed those keywords to Check and ask it to write optimized product titles and descriptions. Third, paste that text into a tool like Claude and ask it to rewrite it so it sounds more human and friendly. Finally, upload everything to your chosen platform. Why do this? Because every platform looks at relevant signals like click-through rate, how long people stay on your page, and whether they actually buy. If you can improve those 3 numbers, the algorithm will show your content to more people for free. Your first few listings are incredibly important. Good optimization from the start can create a positive feedback loop. A good listing gets shown, which leads to sales, which leads to good reviews, which builds trust, which gets you shown even more. Next up, Step 4, branding with AI. Branding is often seen as a nice-to-have, something you worry about later. In reality, it's one of the biggest trust signals for a small business. When someone lands on your page, they decide in seconds if you look legit. The good news? You don't need a design agency anymore. The single most useful tool for this is Canva. It has ready-made templates for everything: shop banners, YouTube channel art, thumbnails, social media posts. It even suggests color palettes and font pairings that look professional. For your brand name, you can use Checked. Just ask, give me 15 short, memorable brand names for a pet-themed gift shop. For visuals, you can use AI image generators like Midjourney or Leonardo to create mascots, icons, or product mockups. Then, bring them into Canva to polish them up. The goal is consistency. When your banner, logo, and product images all feel like they belong together, people see you as a real brand, not just a random side hustle. Finally, Step 5, scaling and increasing profit with AI. So you're getting your first sales. Fantastic. Now is when most people stop thinking strategically. This is where AI evolves from a content machine into your personal business advisor. Tools like Zebra AI can analyze your sales data and turn it into clear dashboards, helping you answer questions like, which product is most profitable? Which products get clicks but don't convert? You can then feed these insights into Checked and ask, based on this data, what are the 3 actions that would most improve my conversion rate next quarter? You'll get back a strategic report telling you which listings to rewrite or which products to promote for seasonal demand. To internalize these insights even faster, you can use a tool like Notebook to turn your reports into mind maps or even audio briefings you can listen to. You're no longer guessing, you're making data-driven decisions, even as a one-person business. Now, it's important to be realistic. AI is powerful, but it's not magic. There's a learning curve for each tool. You also need to be mindful of legal issues. Don't just copy protected characters or logos. And remember, as a market gets popular, it gets crowded. That's why being specific and niching down is so critical. Finally, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. AI is a force multiplier, but you still have to put in the work to build, test, and improve. So, let's recap. The reality is, AI has made it possible for one person to run what looks like a complete company from the outside. The 5 key steps are: find a real market gap, build a repeatable AI workflow, use platforms for free traffic, create trustworthy branding, and use data to scale. AI doesn't replace your creativity, it amplifies it. If you're willing to learn and iterate, you can build a lean, profitable, AI-driven business all on your own. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more step-by-step guides. See you in the next one.